Well, here we go. Can you write a better script than this? Milwaukee Brewers are coming off their best regular season in franchise history at 97 wins. Cubs coming up in second place, getting the wild card and that fourth seed. Of course, our old dear friend Craig Counsell is coming back, and I don't think it gets better than this in October baseball. Let's look at the Brewers first here. They're starting Freddie Peralta game 1 tomorrow, and then Murphy did say that it's between Quintana and Priester for game 2. I think that confirms that the other one is going to get game 3. I'm going to personally go out and say I think it's going to be, of course, Freddie game 1, Priester on Monday, and then Quintana having that experience and, of course, getting the job done on the road and in the postseason will get that game 3 in Wrigley Field, regardless of where the series is at that point. The Cubs, on the other hand, are a lot more open, and that isn't a bad thing. That's not an insult for them, but they have Matthew Boyd starting game 1. That is officially confirmed from Craig Counsell, but it's after that we're not so sure. Do they go with another opener like Andrew Kittredge again or someone else in that bullpen? Does Shota's come out and start it? Is it going to be Colin Ray? Or, of course, Jameson Taillon later on? He just pitched game 3 at Wrigley on Thursday, so he wouldn't appear until I'd say game 3 at the absolute earliest. And big news, Cade Horton, their ace, he would have been their game 1 starter in that wild card, has been announced he will not be on the NLDS roster. It was originally reported that he would or could come back in a game 5 if it came to that, but he is being completely left off this roster. So if the Cubs do advance, I would expect him to be on the NLCS roster, but right now he's completely off of it. And Brandon Woodruff, of course, the Brewers' number 2 pitcher, he is going to be left off the NLDS roster, and it sounds like even the NLCS is going to be a long shot at this point. It's probably going to take a World Series appearance, second pennant in Brewers history, for Brandon Woodruff to pitch this postseason. And of course, this offseason we'll get to there when we get there with Woody. The Cubs did finish the season going 7-6 over the Milwaukee Brewers, so they did win the season series, but of course the Brewers did finish with the overall best record, but it really shows how evenly these teams are, right? I hate to say game 1 is ever going to be a must win, but the Cubs are coming off short rest. The Brewers are at home. The place is going to be rocking in Milwaukee. They have their true ace on the mound. There is truly zero excuse to not win game 1. If the Cubs do take game 1, the Brewers are going to be in serious trouble already. Of course, you're going to need the offense to step up, right? I know you don't need me to tell you that. But something I think you're going to see here is you're going to see an unlikely hero. We've seen it already in the wildcard series for, honestly, all these teams already. The Brewers, if it's Danny Jansen, if it's Andrew Monasterio, whoever it might be, one of these guys that isn't Yelich, isn't Contreras, Frelick, I don't care, Bryce, is going to have to step up outside of that main core. It's going to be one of those guys that's going to win you a huge game in this series. Of course, I'm nervous. It's the postseason. We're facing off against my personal most hated team in sports. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm always going to be nervous in October. With that being said, I am confident in my team. I know the Brewers are the best team in baseball. I know they have what it takes to win this series and move on to the NLCS. My official prediction is going to be Milwaukee Brewers win this series in 4 games.